Hey folks, man, got another video for you, man. This comes from O'Shea Duke Jackson, one of the OGs in the space. How successful men are finally getting their revenge. Let's get to the video, man. I'll leave the original link in the description.
Black women, we have to start choosing better men. I repeat, we have to start choosing better men.
In the mid-1990s, I was a student at the world-famous Grant High School on Grand Avenue in Del Paso Heights. And just like every other high school in the black community, we had some really good-looking young ladies.
Oh, yeah.
There was a problem, though. I was ugly, broke, and friend zoned.
I ain't gonna lie, O'Shea. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was the chubby kid in high school that all the girls wanted to friend zone. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was on the football team, I was still a chubby kid that all the chicks wanted to friend zone. I had to go to other high schools because the chicks in my school was bougie as shit, though.
But stop the show again. So were you. But let's continue. Many young black men at that time understood that we were getting beat by a different animal. No, not like an animal on the street. I'm talking about the savvy athlete. I'm talking about the funny guy or the more popular guy in the classroom, the gang member, or as you know, the local drug dealer.
He's right, you know.
And definitely, especially, I ain't gonna lie, back when I was in high school, man, if you was a drug dealer or you was a pookie or a gang member, man, all the chicks wanted them. All the chicks wanted them. I remember vividly, and chicks that went to my high school could attest to this, yo. Dudes in my school could attest to this too. It'd be dudes that be grown ass men waiting outside the school in their Cadillacs, waiting for the school girls get out of school. And I'm like, how can the fuck I compete with that? I can't compete with that. I'm 16 years old. I ain't got no goddamn job. I ain't selling crack. I ain't doing none of that shit. How can you compete with that?
In the 1990s, it wasn't uncommon for the 23 to 24-year-old drug dealer to pick up his 16 to 17-year-old girlfriend and, you know, drive away in his 5.0 Mustang while you're catching the bus to go to your friend's house. It was just what it was. And for a lot of young black men at that particular time, it was disappointing and a big letdown. And a lot of young black men at that time just didn't have what these young women wanted. And it was a struggle. And some of us may have doubted ourselves. I'm not talking about doubting your masculinity as a young black man, but why am I not cool enough? Is something wrong with me? Why is it that, you know, the young ladies that I like, you know, they'll laugh at my jokes or, you know, they'll give me their phone number. They'll even answer the phone call, but I'm consistently being friend zoned.
Yeah. I mean, the 90s was infamous for that. You know what I'm saying? You had to literally be a serious star to get some of these chicks, man. And then you think about it, I always had that thought, like, damn, man, am I doing something wrong? I would go to my cousins, I go to my homies and be like, yo, what am I doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? I didn't, you know, I had a girlfriend when I was 17, but I mean, when I was 15, 16 years old, man, trying to get a chick number was like trying to pull teeth. That shit was like trying to pull teeth back in the 90s, though. It was some golden years, though.
Many young black men would find their way by working really hard, getting a good job, or going to a HBCU or predominantly white institution. And once you finished, you came back to where you were from or moved to a new city. You were no longer the skinny kid you were. You put on some weight, you got some muscles, you now have some money, and you have a little bit more leverage. And if you come in contact with the same ladies that you used to deal with in high school, you will see that some of their lives are the complete opposite. The same chicks who were beautiful when you were in 10th and 11th grade now have 2 to 3 kids by 2 or 3 different guys.
Yeah, you got 4 kids by 4 different baby daddies, and you coming back to me talking about, you know, can I holler at you? I'm like, yo, you ain't holler at me back then. Why you trying to holler at me now? You done got ran through by the whole crew. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got no kids. You the one that had kids by Pookie and Ray Ray. Stay with Pookie and Ray Ray.
And it's crazy because you kind of knew that that's how it was going to end, but she still chose that guy anyway. And I mean, she was a smart girl, beautiful, nice body, sweet. She just wasn't dealing with you. But the question is, why does this ultimately happen? Being a responsible young black man is not an easy task. You have to do a lot of the same boring stuff each and every day, refining skills, taking accountability, paying bills, and putting yourself in a situation to be a provider or protector for a woman, your family, and stuff like that. And a lot of black women who may not understand what that's all about may think that that person is boring, that person has a sign of weakness, that person is a pushover. This is not typically the case all the time, but it does happen a lot of the time. And
I think the problem is that women, now that women are making money and things like that, they got their own stuff together, they're doing their thing, whatever. They don't understand that the plight of a man, especially a black man, you gotta go ahead and make yourself, you gotta prove yourself, not only to our own community, but to other communities as well. You have to be an asset. A lot of times, when you're a liability, you're not going to make it as far. You have to be an asset. That means you have to build yourself up from the beginning, get a degree or get a trade or get a career and build yourself up. So by the time you are able to get that wife or get that kids, get that family, you're able to provide for them. But a lot of times women don't understand that it is a huge task. It is a huge task for a lot of men because we already starting with 2 strikes. A lot of guys are already starting with 2 strikes, so you got to get past the 2 strikes and then get to the plus side of the equation.
In comparisons to the guy who is a drug dealer, a thug, athlete, this is something that is a little bit more exciting, and this is more intriguing. And especially if the guy is physically attractive, then they will go that route. But then you already know what starts to happen. A year or 2 down the line, there's one kid. Then another year, then there's 2 kids. All of a sudden, this particular brother that she made this bad decision with is no longer the sexy dude that she fell in love with like 2 years ago.
Nah, because he the asshole. He becomes the asshole because he left you with 2 kids. And see, that's the thing a lot of women don't understand. Like, a lot of times women will deal with dudes because they look good or they're attractive to them, but they don't look at the inner sides. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times dudes will let you know how they are when you first meet them or you've been in a relationship with them for a while. This is why I tell women, I'm like, yo, if he tell you he want to have a kid by you, better tell him put a ring on it. You better tell him put a ring on it. A lot of times y'all ladies will have kids by dudes and they ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing for you. They ain't doing nothing for the goddamn kid. At least if you get married, you get alimony. If you get a divorce, you get child support and alimony.
Oh no. Now this guy is a terrible low life. You know, he don't love women. He don't take care of his kids. But the fundamental question was,
if that man has never been responsible, if he's never had work ethic, if he's never seen a healthy family environment, what makes you think that he's just gonna up one day and be like, I'm gonna be an awesome dad and father?
If he didn't have work ethic, if he didn't see in his life, if he didn't see that he wanted to be a family man, and you knew this, why did you have a kid with him? This is a question that a lot of us as black men have always asked. Now, it's different if the man says, listen, I'm gonna be down for you, have this kid for me, I want to marry you. But in many cases, you'd be surprised that these men do not change up for these women. They're always been like that. They've been up front, and yet the women still want to deal with them anyway. Now,
you know why? Because they think they can change him. If a man tells you, yo, this is who I am off the break, believe him. Believe him. If he say he ain't a no shit dude, he's a no shit dude. Don't think you can change him. See, a lot of times women, they get attracted to the adventure or get attracted to him because he's a nice looking dude or whatever, but don't think about the long-term future, the long-term investment. That's what a lot of women don't understand. You gotta look at it. If a man shows you that he ain't shit, he ain't shit.
It hasn't been all the time that the good black man has been ridiculed. I mean, a good black man can get picked up in his own community. But what I have noticed is if you're considered to be somewhat of a safe option, well, it's like, okay, he will always sort of be there. So I don't need to deal with this particular guy. But something is interesting about this theory.
A lot of these hood street guys, the only thing that they are committed to is the streets. A lot of hood dudes have an issue with commitment. They have an issue with marrying and settling down to a woman. And a lot of the times, the only time they do settle down is either when they on their way to prison or because they are no longer appealing to the streets.
So when you look at the guys who are the so-called pookies, right, in the black community, this young lady says the only time that these thugs or corporate thugs want to settle down if the street career or being in the streets is up, like that career is done, so they can't run the streets no more, they get too old and they can't get the chicks they used to, and so they're now looking for a woman to settle down with. And I find that interesting because it's so many black men who are what you would call corny, responsible, and a lot of the ladies out there are similar because they wait until they get a baby, they wait until they hit the wall, excessive cheek clapping, and then after that they come and look for the same black man that they rejected in the past.
Yeah, you see it all the time. You see it all the time. Like O'Shea said, like the street dude, when they can't be in the streets no more, they about to go to jail. Then they go find the chick to hold them down while they in jail. And then when they get out of jail, the chick that held them down for 5 years, and then he go out and cheat with another woman. You know what I'm saying? But then the women get mad at all the men. But then women, you get clapped by all these dudes, and then you want somebody to take the leftovers. This is why, you know what I'm saying, Kevin Samuel said, like, your SMV drops, man, the more kids you have. It's true. It's true, because at the end of the day, of the way a man looks at a relationship and a woman looks at a relationship are two totally different things. The thing is that both have to come together and form a symmetry. See, men look at a woman who got 4 or 5 baby daddies and like, hold on, you can't make the right decision because you're the one who can say who hits it and who doesn't. You make that decision, because if he takes it, that's essay. That's essay. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad though, but let's continue.
And then thinking that they're supposed to get the hometown discount.
Stop the cap.
But then I'm reminded of this situation that just went viral here on the Neighborhood Talk. Your boy Blueface, he just got out of prison for, I think he was shooting at somebody in Las Vegas a few years ago. And it was on camera. He went to jail, he got out. And then once he got out of jail, he was having many relationships with women. He was doing his thing. And then, like I said, his whole situation with Christian Rock is already out there. You would think that a young woman who really is caring for herself and what she wants to do in life, she wouldn't get pregnant by Blueface, would she?
Yes, she would, because I'm gonna tell you something. These chicks, they want the fame, they want the fortune, they want the notoriety to go with dealing with somebody like Blueface. I'm like, Slim, like, bruh, like, honestly, this is why I tell people that a lot of these young ladies need male influences in it. I mean, positive male influence in it. Like, because first of all, if you are my daughter, ain't no way in the goddamn world you dealing with a goddamn Blueface. Ain't no way in the world, yo. I'd rather deal with the nerd than deal with somebody like Blueface. Because all he gonna do is he gonna clap them cheeks, get you pregnant, and what you gonna get, some child support? You got like 8 or 9 other baby mothers, so you ain't gonna get that child support from that shit, though. That's what people don't understand, though. They don't understand that stuff, though.
When your kid is in the way of whatever you're trying to do.
Kittens can never be in the way of what I'm doing.
Okay. Well, hey, well, do what you do, baby. You know it all.
Regular. Hello.
I won't be there for you.
Yeah. Well, good thing. Yeah. So then, therefore, there's child support for you.
Oh.
If you're not gonna be around, child support.
All right. I'll send you $500 a month. That ain't gonna do shit for me.
I guess. I bet. And it ain't gonna do it for me either. Still a little punk ass 500.
If that's what it's worth, that's the come up.
Who is that?
Go right the fuck ahead, baby girl. I said, if that's what it's worth, if you think that'll be a positive thing in your life, I can't tell you nothing.
Okay.
This is the sad part, man. Like he acting like, yo, I just paid $500 a month. He's so cavalier about it. Like, I just paid $500 a month. It's a come up, but she thinking like, yo, it's a come up. A lot of these women, man, they will get with these celebrities, knowing these celebrities ain't gonna be faithful to them. You get a baby bomb, and then what happens is you can't get in child support, but you using the child as a pawn. The child is a pawn. The child doesn't have a father in their life, a legit father in their life. Yeah, they got a sperm donor, but they have a legit father in their life. And see, I blame women, and I also blame guys like Blueface, who he probably didn't have his father in his life. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. A lot of these dudes don't have their own fathers in their life to show them how to be real men, though.
I got $500 a month. That ain't nothing.
Alrighty.
All right.
Guess only time will tell.
Oh yeah, only time will tell.
Hello.
You playing with your life, not mine.
In fact, that's the contrary. Not only is she talking about getting $500 a month from Blueface, or he's talking about that, he's right in front of another female that I'm pretty sure he's sleeping with while he's telling the lady on the phone, look, all I'm going to give you is $500 a month. And the problem that I have with a young lady like this is that you will turn around and then not only will you say that, oh, he's a deadbeat, you will turn around and then you will say that all black men are deadbeats. Like, this is.
Yes, you'll say all black men are deadbeats because you chose wrong. You the one that chose his ass. Nobody told you to choose his ass. You chose his ass. Then you're going to say all black men are deadbeats. Don't y'all understand that over 50% of black men are single and childless? Even if you take, let's say, 3 or 4% away from being, let's say 3 or 4% for being, let's say, gay, you still got almost 50% of the black male population is single and childless.
What you get when you deal with them. Let me go and get a white man. And I want to just really, give a lot of respect to you brothers out there, brothers especially in the truck driving industries, plumbers, brothers who even work white collar jobs and monotonous jobs, accounting, medical doctors, engineering. These are not as fancy careers as you think, but so many black men every day do very mundane jobs, do very mundane tasks or jobs. Sometimes they're very complex and stuff, but the routine is mundane. And a lot of times I've seen black men just get castigated for doing the right thing, like, waking up at 6 a.m. all the time, having the same routine. And, women can be annoyed by that because the man is not exciting. And I just really want a lot of women to understand that when you are a protector or a builder, this is a very utilitarian ideology, meaning that a lot of men are utility based. It's not a pretty thing. Manhood is not a pretty thing. It's not a flashy thing. Okay. It's a utilitarian ideology. It's rinse, repeat. It's do what I have to do to take care of my family and my wife and my kids.
That's the main thing people don't understand, especially, modern women, is that I know me, my procedure is the same almost every single day. But at the end of the day, if I had a family, I will make sure that my family had everything it needed. See, I'm not like these other dudes that do 50-50 and all that shit. Like, if I was living with somebody and me and her had a place together, I pay the majority of the big bills. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to go like that. But to do that, I have to be mundane. I have to be meticulous. I have to make sure that all my ducks are in a row. It's not going to be exciting. It's not going to be something that's going to be like a flashy movie or nothing like that. If you want a flashy movie, get with a flashy guy. And the flash will go quick like that. But if you want a man that's gonna be really, really about you, about the family, about the task at hand, this is the type of man you get with.
And then being a good person, putting my family first before myself, and being a leader in the house or being a leader in the community. But certain black women can even prioritize masculinity in somebody who is in fact pseudo masculine. He runs his mouth a lot. He talks a lot. He's talking about killing somebody, beating somebody up. And really, when you talk about pookie behavior and providership, people try to conflate the two ideologies instead of decoupling what's going on there. And the reality is that beautiful women, many times in the black community, who have no kids will go out and deal with a guy like Blueface who has 1 billion kids. And then you would rather be a baby mama to a guy who has clout than to be a wife of a black man who's going somewhere, making 6 figures, will love you, will take care of you, will respect you. And then you turn around and fight some other chick for 1 day a week.
Exactly. You'll fight another chick to get with somebody that's been with 3 other chicks. Think about that shit. You'd rather deal with a dude that you know for a fact ain't gonna be faithful, ain't gonna be loyal to you, and you get on these podcasts, you talk about men in the red pill shit, but you get on these podcasts, you get on these Tonight's Conversations and all these other shows and talk about my man ain't this, my man ain't that. But you knew he was like that in the beginning. You chose him. You knew he was like that at the beginning. And a lot of times I tell women there are a bunch of great men out there. There are a bunch of great men out there. I know I'm a great man. I hang with nothing but great homies. I don't deal with no goddamn dumbass niggas. I don't deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, you ain't putting no salt on my name. My family, bunch of great dudes. That's how we roll.
Then these are usually the same women that sit back around and wonder why that particular black man is with a white woman. Does he think he's too good for me? What's going on here? And again, it's just not prioritizing the right decisions for you to be in a place where you can meet the right man. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, as a brother, if you know a woman, I don't care how fine she is, has a relationship with Blueface, it'll be easy for that brother to believe that this sister has a psychological problem or she has really been hurt. And that's the last kind of person that you want to associate with.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though. The reason I think it's a psychological thing, but I also think it's a not having a positive male role model in your life, like a father or big brother or uncle or somebody who could tell you and teach you. You know what I'm saying? Because your mama done been through it, aunties done been through it, grandma done been through it. But at the end of the day, it's like a cycle, just like men. You know what I'm saying? This is why fathers, if you're a father, be involved in your kids' lives. I don't give a damn what that woman says. Be involved in your kids' lives because you want your seed to be better than you. You want your seed to have a better outcome in life than you. That's the main thing. But hey, let me know what you think about the video. It's your boy Jay here with another one. Make sure the like button, make sure the subscribe button. I'll leave the video to O'Shea Duke Jackson's video in the description so you can watch it. Until next time, folks, I'm out.